Welcome back to Breakfast Central. ADC is the party everyone's watching as Nigeria gears up for the 2027 elections. With Peter Obi and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in the mix, the race for the party's presidential ticket is heating up. Obi supporters have made it clear that he will not serve as a running mate to anyone and is focused solely on the top job, rejecting speculation about transactional arrangements within the party. Meanwhile, Atiku has insisted that no aspirant should step aside, emphasizing that ADC's selection process must remain open and competitive for all qualified contenders. So, what's it gonna be? We're now joined this morning by an ADC stakeholder here in Lagos, Oluwaseyi Akinde. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining.
How does it feel to be like in the party that feels like it's the, it's the latest reigning thing? It feels that there's been destabilization in the People's Democratic Party. Everyone seems to be moving to the APC or the ADC. What are there concerns that, in the coming weeks, as we're counting down to elections, that the same thing that befalls most political parties in Nigeria will befall the ADC?
Well, certainly not. To go to your first questions about how does it feel? It feels like finally Nigeria is finding the audacity of hope that is needed to actually rescue this country. At some point, it felt like we're going to have just a one-party system. The APC will just be the only party coercing everybody. But today, we're seeing the audacity of hope that this country can actually be rescued. You are seeing Nigerians from all quarters rising up, joining the ADC, and putting force together to make sure that this country do not continue to be hijacked by just a group of people or just one political party. So, as you've seen, the ADC happens to be the only opposition party in Nigeria that has no issue with INEC, that has been able to sort its leadership crisis.
Yet.
And currently, we are at that stage where we're building structures within the state, within the local government, and you can see viable candidates coming together. And that's currently where we are right now. And when we get to that bridge, we would cross it. The party would have its primaries.
Mr. Akinde, you spoke of the audacity of hope to rescue the nation. That's ADC's mission. But if you take a roll call of the ADC, quite a number of your members were senior members of the All Progressive Congress just a few years ago. So ordinary Nigerians would be wondering, why should I trust you guys? And the only reason why they want power is just an alternative to the APC, anything but the APC. But you have quite a number of your members being members that were recently in the All Progressive Congress, and not just members, very senior members of the APC. So does this call for concern?
Well, what it calls for is they are Nigerians. Everybody joins a political party believing in the ideology of the party. When the APC first started, remember the APC metamorphosed, we were members of the Afenifere, we had people like our leaders, like Payo Adebanjo, who were galvanizing how Nigeria should be run. Then you see different people spring up with their own ideology. Tinubu came up, got the AC party, the then AC, then that became the ACN. And you saw people like Aregbesola, many of them joining. They were followers of the outlaws. But at some point, they saw that this APC is not going anywhere. It's a party that is just owned by one man. And that's the reason why you saw them breaking out. So it is allowed. Now they are retracing their steps. They found the ADC as an alternative party that has the ideology to rescue Nigeria. And that's the reason why you see them coming here. So it's never too late for anyone who feels that Nigeria is not going through the right path and they feel that they want to join the team that wants to rescue this country. And that's what you see in some of them who have been able to rescue themselves from that party they called APC, which is just a cult. and is not going anywhere. We've seen how governors are being coerced to actually join that party.
When you say coerced, how do you think they're being coerced?
I mean, practically some of them have cases, right? And you see the president, they dangle it. Is either EFCC come and pick you up or you join our party. And that's not how you build a democratic nation. You must allow people to have their own choices, states to be run by their own ideology. And when they have crisis, maybe you are in APC, you are in PDP, whatever party you belong to. If you have cases, face it. But we've seen people in the APC, governors who have cases. None of them have been picked up by the EFCC.
Well, that could be questions though, because the EFCC it tells you that they are doing their job. But I think while the ADC is brandishing itself as the number one party currently, especially with the slogan, I heard your slogan is "Arise and Shine."
Arise and shine.
How are you going to arise and shine now that you have some? The biggest question
You have too
everybody
many
would ask.
stars.
Too many stars. I mean, let's use the simple analogy of a football club.
Absolutely.
Barcelona 4 or 5 years ago, too many footballers. I mean, let's go back to the 2000s, middle 2000s.
The
and all that.
Galacticos.
You had the Galacticos, too many players, and like they say, too many
Star players.
too many cooks
Spoil the broth.
They spoil it. So here you have former, Vice President Peter Obi, who just showed his footage on the screen there, and so on and so forth. And then one of your members, which is Atiku Abubakar, says it's going to be primaries. People should pick, they should select. Many feel that. Even us as journalists here are worried because we think that the ADC will get to a point where there might be internal wrangles. Because everybody's saying, I'm going for presidency, I'm going for president, I want to be president. Or is it a gimmick, or is it the game that ADC is using? Maybe you might want to drop a hint.
It's actually a democratic process. And even before His Excellency Peter Obi joined, he has always insisted that there should be a primaries. These are some of the conditions that built a party. A party is not built on one man. As His Excellency Peter Obi was on Twitter about last week, where he announced to the obedient family that he has been in the ADC. He has been attending meetings, he was part of the people who funded it, and he's staying in this party. No, so having stars shows you the direction where Nigeria is going. Everybody believes that this country can be rescued.
But your stars don't just want to play.
Yes.
Your stars, they all want to be strikers. That's where the problem is. Because everybody's saying, I must be VP or president, VP or president.
So that's where the coach comes in. If you look at the leadership structure of the ADC, you have a very experienced former general, David Mark, 2-time Senate president, long-time politician. Go back to this country when those guys were in PDP, and you saw a country that was organized. Despite them having almost all the stars were in PDP then, they were able to manage it. So experience actually counts. What they've done better now is that we younger generations have now joined politics, and they've been able to recognize the strength that young people carry. So the obedient family that you see, the Atiku supporters who are making statements, everybody has passion. But the leadership of the party have the experience to actually manage that passion, to make sure we find balance. And that's the reason why you find people like Peter Obi telling everybody that he has joined the party as a member of the party, and he's going to remain there. Now, when we go there, when we get to that point where the party needs to select its
primaries,
I will go through the process. And whoever I emerge, I will support. But young people are bear the brunt of bad leadership in this country. So they are speaking, they are passionate. But like I said, leadership will always guide us to make sure that those passions are managed, and the party will present a flag bearer that will win election in 2027. And I think that's the most important.
Now, talking about the party presenting a flag bearer that will win the elections, in your opinion, in 2027, the process of selecting the flag bearers in the primaries, and we have all those gladiators. What's the guarantee that the party will not implode if some of them, because they're all very passionate and they think They have what it takes to be #1 citizen. And you have winners, you have losers. So what can the party leadership do to, preserve a collective front that even when they lose, they won't jump ship and move to another party and, with their supporters?
So I think it comes with negotiation, because politics is about who get words and when they get it. It's about interest. So I feel that the party should manage the interest of all these gladiators. When you form a government, maybe at state or at national level, there's a whole lot that can go around to everybody. And that's what I think is important for the party to begin to look at. Certainly the ADC would win, by God's willing.
What's your assurance that
I believe that...
Why should Nigerians trust you?
I mean, Nigerians have tested APC for 10 years. I mean,
when APC was in opposition,
yeah,
they were saying the same things you're saying now, and Nigerians can tell the difference.
So now you have a united opposition now. You have the PDP, you have the Labour Party, you have the SDP, you have the ADC itself. And you also have a faction of the Omoluabi group coming from the same APC. And other deregistered political parties, like Chief Gani Fayemi had a party called the NCP. They just also joined the coalition. So you can see a combination of ideas. And if you go back 10 years before the ADC came in, before APC came into power, Nigeria was better. No doubt about it. You saw a party that came to power on the altar of propaganda, without a proper plan. We saw 8 years of a miserable Buhari government. None of them could even speak to him, including this same current president who campaigned for him. So now we have 2 years going to 3 years of a Tinubu presidency with anti-people's policy that have destabilized the life of the average Nigerian. Go out there. This is December. Look at January. Look at how December was. People were practically begging. Go online. You see business owners who are now begging for money. This is not the Nigeria we know. Despite our leadership challenge, it has never been like this. So we need a government. We are planning to form a government that is built on the people. You've always heard people like Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi saying that any coalition that is not built on how to rescue Nigerians from poverty, how to create jobs for the people, and how to raise the quality of life of Nigeria, that they are not interested. So that shows you the direction of the ADC. And that's what we're focusing on.
All right. So now you've, spoken about why the ADC, you believe that the ADC will win in the 2027 elections. The APC, interestingly, I mean, you speak about the people in your party that have experience, but the APC understands the game of politics. Right now, you check how many states are controlled by APC. A huge fraction, a huge chunk of Nigerian politicians of our states are controlled by the APC. What do you think the ADC will do differently to be able to play the game of politics beyond the rhetorics of, what is and what you hope to achieve? Because we realize that politics in Nigeria, well, maybe not just in Nigeria, politics is a game.
Absolutely. Politics is a game, and it's a game of numbers. So for us, we know that the APC has been coercing governors, believing that when they get more governors...
How do you know that it's been coercing them and that these governors are not moving of their own volition?
I mean, you heard Bala Mohammed speak last week.
Are they offering them something that's apart from EFCC? Is there something that's so beautiful?
Do we even know if they're offering them that?
But the governors are not speaking under duress.
Yes.
They use their mouth to say they want to align to
with
the center for more benefits to them.
Governor Sim Fubara has aligned with the center. Governor Moeno. We see a number of them come out. Sheriff Oborewori. They come out and tell you they want to align with the center. They understand and they believe in the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
You know why they're doing that? Many of these governors believe that they don't have the capacity to win election, and they feel that some of them feel that if they align with the central, that will protect them. But it's not always so when it comes to election. I mean, the 2023 election has altered the political calculation of Nigeria, and it will continue to be in that direction because you know why? there's a new voting bloc of young Nigerians that are just turning 18. The ones in their 30s, in their 40s, who have never voted before, who have now found their voice. We saw what happened in Lagos. It would continue to be like that. The politician, the political party will have their own members, but Lagosians will vote in a different pattern. And that would happen in those states that you see where people have joined the other political parties. Now, for us, our focus will be on the Nigerian people, who are the victim of poor governance. That is it. Maybe
But how do you even get your message across to the ordinary Nigerians? Because the ruling party has the power of incumbency. They have a huge war and financial chest.
Absolutely.
So, they have the structures in all 774 local governments. The ADC seems to be like an upcoming party. How do you get that message across convincingly?
We are hoping that the media, that is also a major stakeholder when it comes to democracy, the survival of democracy, will continue to partner also with the opposition. For us, because we believe for democracy to survive, the media has a role to play. Such platforms like this is also an opportunity for Nigerians to weigh their options and look at America. There's always been opposition, irrespective of what happens. The Democratic Party, the Republicans will always there. And all of them are built on their own ideology. So, for us, we believe we will continue to partner with every democratic institution so that democracy can survive. We will continue to build a viable team that can help us pass our message across to Nigeria. Because, like you said, that is the most important thing. If Nigerians don't get to hear you, both at that grassroots level and coming up, nobody would come out to vote. Because it's almost looking as if, Nigeria is a one-party state. And we are saying that no. And when Nigerians begin to see, they begin to hear our message, they begin to see the quality of our conversation. We must engage. Look at Lagos State, for example. The APC is coercing people, closing down markets, and forcing Lagosians to join the party, closing people's shops.
These are very serious allegations. Do you have any evidence?
We have evidence. 3 months ago, the media projected that matter. And we are going to take it up as a political party, as ADC in Lagos State. We're going to visit all those markets. And we're going to make sure that this stops. The people have a right to choose what party they want to belong to. They are people who are paying their tax, they are renting shop, they are creating revenue for Lagos. We are all Lagosians. And people must be given the right to choose where to belong. The APC will not be allowed to coerce them at the local government level. This is what these guys who emerge as local government chairman, this is what they're doing. And we must stop it for democracy to survive. All
right. Thank you so much for joining us. I think that the ADC, we're watching. This is a very critical year for elections. The primaries should be happening. We look forward to seeing who will emerge from these political gladiators, who will emerge as the front person for the ADC. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right.